Your opinion, my opinion, I'm so done with it. Left, right, doesn't matter. It's politics. Stay tuned. Alright, this video right here, folks, it's your boy, Javier Javier with the Javier Javier Show. Make sure you say it twice. I'm just here to tell you, the right, we gotta change. And the left, they gotta change too. We all gotta change. And I'm just telling you straight out the muscle. I can't believe that half of the other country is missing it. And they shouldn't believe that the other half of the country is losing their minds. Something about that doesn't make sense. It's intelligent people on the left and the right. So lately I've been trying to understand, why does the left and the right vary so differently on what they believe? And I'm starting to understand that we have two different conversations about the same exact thing. And as I've been talking to people more and more, I'm starting to understand the disconnect between people. I'm going to say that definitions. Sometimes we're talking about the same thing, but we define our terms totally different. And if your definitions don't mean the same thing as my definitions, we're not having the same conversation. We think we have the same conversation, but then we yell and shout, oh, this person must be wrong or that person must be wrong. But that's BS. It's BS. It has to be BS. What is it that makes the left think differently than the right and the right think differently than the left? Why does people on the left can claim that the people on the right may say, oh, you love children, but what about the kids in cages? Or people on the right may say, oh, well, you're supposed to be about love and acceptance and all that, but what about women who disagree with you on the right? Why aren't you fighting for their rights to be able to say what they need to say? Something's missing and something is disconnected between the left and the right. Now, it can be frustrating for a lot of you out there who's having these conversations at home or family, friends, on the internet, at work, whatever it is that you have, wherever or whatever you're doing and having these conversations, there's a disconnect going on. Why is it that some people can come from the same background, have some of the similar experiences, and still think totally different? Why can some people be for a wall and other people be against the wall? Why is it that some people are for abortion and some people are against abortion? Now, there are many reasons. I mean, we can break it down on every level. I mean, we can bring into religion, we can bring into family structure, culture, we can bring in morals, all these different things. But I fail to believe that half of the country just completely thinks the other half is missing something. So there's a disconnect happening. Why do I think differently than you think? Why do you think differently than I think? It's because we have different experiences. We have different DNA, different backgrounds, different people we know. We have different conversations. We spend our time around different people. Some of these things shape and mold our opinions and what we see and how we see them. And it determines how we fall politically. Now, there's this argument going on as far as people who claim to be libertarian. And especially if you're a right libertarian, people think it's a cop-out instead of saying you're conservative. But me personally, I believe you can be conservative and a libertarian. I don't think those things can't coexist. And people on the left, you can be a left libertarian and you can still identify more with the liberals. Now, we need liberals. We need people on the right also. We need conservatives, we need liberals. We need the balance between the left and the right. We got to be able to bring new ideas to the table, and they have to come from different perspectives. Now, it can't just be that the other side is missing it. Now, I'm sorry, I just can't buy that. And I don't think you should buy that either. If anybody tries to tell you that, oh, the people on the right, they just misinformed and they just buying into propaganda and they don't, they evil or they racist or sexist or homophobic, I don't believe that. Not too long ago, we had a president called Obama, and a lot of people who voted for Obama voted for President Trump. Now, you may disagree on why that is, but the fact is, it happened. Now, we need to address why it happened. And this is not me supporting Trump or not supporting Trump or supporting Obama or not supporting Obama. This is purely observational. Now, I've been trying to make sure that people that I come in contact with and people I have conversations with, that we can have these conversations on a mutual level and that we can talk about these things. Even if we agree to disagree, we should be able to laugh and talk and kick it. Now, I know that ain't somebody's cup of tea. Some people need to yell at you. Some people need to insult your intelligence. But I'm really trying to figure out at the root of the problem, why is it that we disagree? Why is it that we could be having the same conversation and yet come to two totally different outcomes? Is it the data? Is it the facts? Am I getting my information from one source and you get your information from a different source? All these alternative facts, all these different things that don't add up. Everybody's telling a different narrative or a different story. I got accused the other day of only watching Fox News and getting my propaganda from Fox News. I call BS. I believe in watching multiple news networks, if not watching any at all, and stick to local politics. Vote locally and pay attention, and then when it's time to vote for president, you check out each president's platform or candidate's platform, and then you choose what's best for you. I have no problem with that. People who vote left or people who vote right, you should vote in a way that you feel like it will best improve your life and get you in the direction that you want to go. There's no problem with that. Let's celebrate people on the left. Let's celebrate people on the right. Like, vote your best interest. Just because your interests don't align with the man next door, that doesn't automatically make you a bigot. It doesn't make you racist. It doesn't make you sexist. It doesn't make you ignorant or uneducated. Now, there is a situation going on where people are uneducated. There are a lot of people who don't have the right information or has the wrong information. There's a lot of that going on too. And now we have social media where people can put out whatever they want to put out, whether it's true or false. And you can be arguing over alternative facts. But I'm an American, you're an American, we're both citizens. The right and the left, we got to get our act together. We got to get our act together. We got to be able to talk to each other without insulting each other. This is crazy. Now, I don't understand. Maybe it's the people that's in power. Maybe it's the people that run the offices, the Congress, the Senate. It could be the president, the executive branch. It could be all these different things. And they usually are dividing us. Why? Because there's this bickering back and forth. We can't keep spinning the narrative that the other side must somehow be racist or homophobic or any of these things. We have to be able to have this conversation without all of the name calling. Now, I know some of y'all can't do that. True. And for those who can't do that, I'm not talking to you. We ain't got nothing to talk about. You just gonna be who you're gonna be, and it is what it is. I don't need to apologize for your misbehavior. It is what it is. I talk to those people who can talk, and those who can't. But at the same time, these things are interesting. People have a good time debating these facts, you know? But the right, you need people on the left. And the left, you need people on the right. There needs to be conservative values, and there also needs to be liberal values. Everything can't stay the same, and everything can't change. But we should be looking toward those people who have studied these things, learned these things, and people who are really engaged in the issues to come together, sit down at the table, and let's hash some stuff out. The name calling is BS. Now, I blame the right and I blame the left for this. Now, you may call me what you want to call me, but we got kids in this country. We got people growing up looking at us. We got people who have role models who are on the left or who are on the right, and they got to grow up in this country. Do you want your kids growing up in a country where they go to school with other kids that's talking about politics in middle school, and they call each other names and arguing and debating over these things? I mean, what happened to a kid being a kid? So you got to set an example. You should be able to live next door to your neighbor and y'all completely differ on politics. It's possible. Maybe you might not have to talk about politics. I'm all for talking politics. I think that everybody should be able to talk politics. Cool with that. But we got to look at history. We got to learn through history. Maybe Americans have gotten so great at what it is that we have. Maybe we do have privileges in this country and we take them for granted. We don't understand how bad it could be, and it's good. But also, come on, like, help somebody. Reach out and help somebody. Whether it's mentoring a kid, whether it's donating that dollar when you go to the store for a cause, whether it's talking to somebody you disagree with and coming to an understanding and reaching out and putting that out into the atmosphere, allowing other people to see that you can come together, create a coalition. Now, there's some things I don't agree with. You might see on other videos where I talk about socialism, or I may talk about race or gender and all these different issues. That's fine. But if you notice, I can talk about these things without insulting the person that I'm talking to. I will not apologize to people for being a decent human being. I can have a conversation with you. Whether you think I'm ignorant or I lack information or I don't understand the issues, that's fine. But as long as you keep a positive attitude and you're willing to have those conversations, you may teach me something. I don't know anything. And there's a lot of people out there that think they know everything. You don't know everything. I'm sorry to say it. You don't know everything. You don't know everything about politics, even if you're in politics. That's just the truth of the matter. You can't get around that. So this is me saying this is the problem with politics. Politics is divisive. It always has been. And that's cool. I'm not complaining or crying about it. This is a free country. We should be able to argue and fight and fuss, but we still fellow citizens. Get along. Because at the end of the day, you need those other people on the other side. Because some of y'all agree about certain things. And if you just put aside the differences, you'll see, dang, we got a lot in common. We can get a lot done. You know? And I'm holding the right and the left accountable. Reach out to somebody. Be somebody's friend. The right, stop calling people names. The left, stop calling people names. Stop insulting your opposition. It's not cool. It's not cool. Every one of you out there, I don't care if you young, old, middle age, it doesn't matter. Be a friend to somebody that you differ with. Find you somebody that you can look to give you an honest, educated opinion about the issue that you're thinking about. You don't know everything about everything. Find somebody you can trust. But don't just find people you can trust on your side. Find somebody you can trust on the other side. Let's do that. I got top 5. I listen to Sam Harris. I listen to Jordan Peterson. I listen to Ben Shapiro. I listen to Christopher Hitchens. I mean, I got a variety of people that I like that's on the left and the right. It should be that way. The moment you wake up and you realize that you only listen to people that agree with you, you in trouble. And the moment you think your enemy is somehow lesser than you or below you because they disagree with you, you also in trouble. So I'm asking all of you, man, woman, child, adult, does not matter. Find somebody you disagree with, and they can teach you something, and you can teach them something. We come in all shape, forms, and sizes. I tell you this all the time. This is my message. This is me saying, yo, get it together. President Trump ain't the problem. President Obama ain't the problem. Congress ain't the problem. The Senate ain't the problem. We the problem. The left and the right, we the problem. Because we bigger than they are. They work for us. So we got to work together. You came, you saw, you heard. I ran to tell them I said it. And if they ask me by name, make sure you say it twice. It says the Javier Javier Show.